Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Lily. I am so happy that you're here with me. In today's video, I am going to do a flip through of my personal winter journal. It's a small little journal. You're going to love it. It's not going to take very long for me to flip through it. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is my personal junk journal. It is nice and small and it fits perfectly in my hands. Psych, just kidding. It is chunky. You know, I try really hard to try to keep it within its 2-inch spine. I don't think it's quite 2 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. It has 2 signatures. I don't know. I don't know how this happens, but if you've seen my previous Christmas junk journals, they're the same. They are chunky journals, and I had to stop because I just found myself adding more and more things to it. And it's kind of heavy. It really is. It probably started out weighing maybe half an ounce, and now I think it weighs like 5 pounds. It is heavy. Look at how beautiful it looks. I love it. I can't wait to show you what's inside. I journal with a lot of photographs. And speaking of photographs, let me show you what I did. But first, a little backstory. I printed all of my pictures, about 150 of them, and I sent them to Walgreens and I picked them up. When I started putting all the pictures into my journal, I realized that I was missing a few. And so I thought, oh, well, I can just print those from home. And so I was messing around with the settings, and I just wanted pictures that were maybe 3x5. And so I did a test run for one of them. I wanted it to be 3x5. And oh my gosh, you guys. So it ended up printing the full sheet. This monstrous size picture of my sister and me. What am I going to do with this? I can use it like for wrapping paper. It is huge. I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, I figured it out and I managed to print one much, much smaller. She came over and thought it would be funny for me to show it to you. So I got her permission to show this giant picture of the two of us. In fact, this picture was taken on her 50th birthday, but it's huge. I may just frame it and put it somewhere on my walls. Anyway, okay. Are you ready to watch me flip through the pages and talk about my style of journaling with photographs, junky bits, and just a lot of fun and a lot of memories in that journal? So let's get started. Let's go.
The journal cover was made a couple years ago, and I repurposed an empty cereal box and also a gift bag to cover it. And then I used some fabric on the spine. But the topper I did make just recently using corrugated cardboard, a little bit of chalk paint, and then I embellished it with some old florals. And I mean old, like more than 15 years old. Those are old. And then I also used some random die cut pieces, a reindeer, a pine tree, and then also some little wooden embellishments that I tucked in under the florals. Joy was made by using individual stickers, and I backed it with some packaging, added some dimensional thickers for 2024, and then backed the corrugated cardboard with a musical theme, like a mat, like a picture frame. And so lots of detail on that front cover. And then you'll also notice that there are the book corners. There are 2 signatures in this spine, and I've added a little veneer store-bought dangle that's being held together with a bowl clip, so completely removable. And you'll notice on the back is you can really see that beautiful print, and that was from a gift bag, a bag that I received from one of my daughters as a Christmas gift. So pretty. I love how this turned out. And then I used large wide eyelets to thread the sari silk through. Here's a bird's eye view. It is so chunky. I just love them like this chunky. And they look beautiful on my bookshelf. I kid you not. I love the way they spring open. The cover is being tied together with the sari silk that I received as part of a present this past Christmas. And I thought it would be perfect to use it as a tie for the journal. So thank you to my niece for that gift. I appreciate that. And now we'll start flipping through the pages. I do, on the inside, I was going to say, I do want to point out that the inside lining is different from the outside. The inside I covered with leftover Christmas wrapping paper. And then I printed a quote that I found on Pinterest, "Live the life you love," and then added some embellishments, some more thickers that spelled out winter joy, and then some little pine tree die cuts, and then a note card for the inside of that cover. Let me show you what the two signatures look like. And it's a combination of scrapbooking papers and also coffee dyed papers. I've also inserted a large doily that I made a pocket and an envelope. So we're going to go through the entire thing. If I miss anything, please let me know in the comment section below. I made a tab using packaging and then I punched out a little star. There is a lot of washi tape that I've used throughout the pages and also stickers to help me along with the journaling. So some pages don't have any of my personal writing on them because I've used some of the stickers to help me along. That picture was taken on Thanksgiving. I did a turkey trot, and so I wore my race medal to Thanksgiving dinner. It was hilarious. And then I start my journaling in October, and I thought it would be a good idea to start with the haunted 5K race that I participated in on October 26th. And it wasn't just me, it was also my daughter and her family. But I take the pictures, add them to the pages, and then start embellishing with washi tape, stickers, labels. I'll do doodly on it. But the very first thing that I do is glue the pictures down throughout the entire book. At least that's how I did it this time. I usually journal as I go throughout the winter months, but I just didn't have time. So I put it all together just this January. And so what I did is I added all the pictures to the pages and then went back and embellished and did my journaling. So not only do I have personal pictures of just random things and my family, but I also take screenshots of inspirational things. That is a quote from Mel Robbins, and I thought it was fitting, so I added it to the page. I'm pointing out to the journaling that I will do either directly on the page or I will journal on little labels or tags and then add them or glue them down to the pages. I love working with stickers. I like the look of the embellishments on the stickers, especially because they're flat and my journals tend to be very thick and chunky. I repurposed some Christmas wrap and created some cute little ruffle. Obviously, this is just a little piece. It's kind of small, but I took about a 4x6 piece of paper and then I ruffled it. It is triple layered, so it becomes really sturdy, and then ruffled it and ran it through the sewing machine with a gold zigzag stitch. I'll have a shorts video showing exactly how I do that. It was super easy and a great way to repurpose leftover, new or used Christmas wrapping paper. This is a picture of my siblings, my sister on her 50th birthday, and then I also printed a picture of my late brother Ariel. He also would have celebrated a birthday on November 19th, and I was really thinking about him that month, and so I printed a picture. And there's that little picture, or the picture of my sister and me that was meant to be small from the very beginning. So now I have that one, and then a ginormous one that I showed you in the beginning. And then I started working on Christmas projects kind of late in the season, and so I took a picture of this advent calendar that I made, and I'll link that video up above for you. And I really love how those little Christmas houses turned out. I also made 8 Christmas journals in the month of November, and I just documented how quickly they sold in my Etsy shop. So thank you for that. There's a little cutout of me. I liked what I was wearing that day. So I took a selfie and then cut it out. Because I know I use a lot of pictures in my journals, I had to be creative and try to figure out a way to pack as many pictures into my journal as possible. And so I created like a waterfall effect with the photographs. Lime green or chartreuse is one of my favorite colors next to turquoise. And I had this masking tape or painter's tape that I used, and it matched my little beanie from from the race. These are pictures from the Thankful race that we did on Thanksgiving morning. And it was my granddaughter and me. And then while we were there, my son-in-law was there. And then I also ran into my cousin and her daughters. It's so fun to participate in these races. And even more fun when I run into family and friends. And then I just attached not only stickers, but also like the little stats from my race. And then that page is a coffee dyed copy paper, which I don't use very often because I forget I have it. So I need to start incorporating those because I really like the way they look. I also like using the thickers or just stickers directly onto the photographs. That's another picture of Thanksgiving Day, and it was the before and after, the morning race, and then my outfit for dinner, and side by side wearing my medal. I was so proud. It was so cold that morning, but it was so much fun. Within that first signature, there is a large doily, which I folded at the bottom to create a pocket and tucked in some pictures of my daughter's beautiful table setting. And there is a family picture of us. I used old Heidi Swapp gold dimensional stickers to embellish the front. And my daughter Devin did such a great job at hosting Thanksgiving dinner. She loves it, and she does such a beautiful job with the decor, the food, the table setting. And so I love taking photographs of her display of delicious side dishes, pastries, desserts, and then also her table setting. That was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I folded up about 4 inches at the bottom to create a pocket. And then I added a little bit of washi tape on that left-hand side to seal it. So here are a couple of pictures of all of the delicious side dishes. And then I've mentioned before that I like using recipe cards to journal on. And so that's what I did there, is I just journaled a little bit about Thanksgiving Day with my family. That is a picture of my 3 beautiful daughters. And then I embellished with more thickers. Those are also old Heidi Swapp thickers. What I like to do is go through my old stash of things, and that's what I like to use in my personal journals. Things that I haven't used for a long, long time. This is after the race, as I got ready at my house. My sister came over, and I took a picture of us. And then that little tag was from a cookie tin. And it's such a cute little tag in the shape of a little house. So of course I was going to keep it, and I just simply stapled it to the page. And then this picture is of my daughter Devin and me. I added a little bit of ruffle trim at the top, some die cuts, some stickers, a label with some journaling. She made some delicious cocktails Thanksgiving dinner. And then moving on, I have a random picture of my shoes. I bought a new pair of Doc Marten Mary Janes, which I loved. And so I had to take a picture of my feet because they matched the fall foliage on the lawn. And just did a little doodly border on both pages. And this is a picture of corrugated cardboard tags that I made. Love how those turned out. I'll have that video for you up above if you'd like to go see it. I used envelope seals, a little bit of journaling, some labels, and some stickers to decorate the pages. Stickers are your friend if you get stuck on how to embellish your pages. Small Business Saturday, this has become a tradition. We do it every single year. We go shopping. the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and these are some of the business cards that I simply stapled to the page to embellish some of the stores, the local shops that we went to, and then documented a little bit about that. We went to go have some pho for dinner, and then for dessert, we went to a place called Culver's just down the street for dessert. They have the best ice cream. The turtle treat is my absolute favorite. That little envelope pocket at the bottom is old. It's one of the prototypes that I make, and just those random things that are left over that I don't quite use in journals that I make for sale. So I keep all of those little odds and ends for my own personal journals. Pointing out that I forgot to add the beads to the center strings, but I'll go back and do that. So if you love shopping small and on Small Business Saturday, make sure you collect those business cards, and sometimes they'll even give away stickers or postcards to their shop, and I love adding those to my pages. My sister and I also did some local small business shopping, and this is one of our favorite shops. It's called Renewed Vintage Market, and I scored at that shop, you guys. I found a treasure trove of little golden books, and oh my, I bought so many. It was unbelievable. Some that I'd never seen like at thrift stores. I made a pocket with one of the pictures, and I just tucked that little doily piece behind it so that I can remember that it's a pocket. I may go back and add more things to this journal. I know, can you believe that? And then more pictures of us in the shop. Renewed Vintage Market is in American Fork, Utah, and it is amazing. Lots of great vendors. We also did some thrift shopping, and then we went to go eat at our favorite burger place. It is Olympus Burgers in the city of Sandy in Salt Lake County. And they have amazing Greek food, and that's why we go. Notice how that business card went right through the envelope. It's because it was one of those leftover pieces that I didn't use in the journals I make for sale. It was a little defective, but I don't mind using things like that in my own personal junk journal. Tucked in a couple pictures of our delicious Greek dishes, and then I'll put that business card right into the pocket. It is a delicious place to have dinner or lunch. The ruffle trim is sprinkled throughout the pages of the journal. And here's a photograph of some of the goodies that I found. Some of these snowmen I picked up at thrift stores that on Small Business Saturday, and then also at some of the local smaller shops, and then of course at the vintage market. So just a collection from different places. I also went online and purchased from a small shop called The Painted Heirloom, because she had some of the kitschy Christmas IOD transfers that I love. Pointing out right here that I picked up some vintage trim at the vintage market, and I can't get myself to use it, so I just used it on that large, what am I trying to say? I put it out on display with the other Christmas decorations because it was just so beautiful. I was showing you that postcard from The Painted Heirloom where I ordered the IOD kitschy Christmas transfers. This is I printed this from online. I liked the quote, and so I just backed it with some scrapbooking paper and tucked it into the doily pocket. More Heidi Swapp gold stickers or thickers that I used on the photographs. I had my grandkids over that day, and they were playing in the fall leaves, and they had so much fun, and they got dirty. And so we had to bring them inside and wash their clothes afterwards. But they had so much fun, and I love these heart stickers. Just love it. Added some more cute little embellishments. So it's the way I do it, the way I journal is not complicated at all. Just add some pictures and stickers and journal and call it a day. So these are my coworkers. Many of you may not know that aside from being a full-time realtor, I also work part-time at Costco, and these are my friends at Costco. I left my phone behind, and they took selfies with my phone, and I came across those as a nice surprise afterwards, and so I had to print them and add them to my journal. So there you go. That's what you guys get for taking selfies with my phone. But I love them. They make it so much fun at my side job at Costco. This is a layout of my oldest daughter. She is a barber and runs a barber shop in the city of American Fork, borderline Lehigh. And so she had just moved into a larger barber studio. She runs this studio all by herself. And I documented on packaging. So I turned this packaging tag into a journaling tag, added a picture, some washi tape, and did some journaling on the backside. But I was so proud of her and her new studio. And so when I went in to get my hair done, because even though she's a barber, she does style and color my hair, which I'm so grateful for because she really doesn't like working on long hair. But I took tons of pictures that day and added an envelope pocket, one of these repurposed junk mail envelope pockets with the window. I love it because it has that peekaboo through it. And you can insert something in the pocket, and also made it as a tuck spot. On December 14th, I took a trip to Los Angeles to join my girl cousins in a Christmas reunion. And you'll see more pictures of that in just a moment, but these are some of my flight pictures. Added some travel stickers to the photographs. I bought a book at the airport, and I've been wanting to read this book. It is Share Part 1. I started reading it. It is amazing. I love it, but I put it on hold because I'm taking a trip in February and I want to read it on the plane. So I started reading a different book. Sky pictures for me never get old. So I will always take a photograph out the window. It's just amazing to be up in the sky with the clouds, and you'll catch a glimpse of beautiful sunrises or beautiful sunsets. So if you have the opportunity when you're taking a flight, take a picture of the outside. I always take a window seat for that reason. Okay, so every year, my girl cousins on my dad's side, we get together and we have a little Christmas reunion. And this year it was at Riverside, California at the Mission Inn. It was my first time there. It was glorious. It was such an amazing day. Look at that entry on the left-hand side, the floors, the holiday decorations. It was absolutely gorgeous. I fell in love that day. The Mission Inn in Riverside, California. Absolutely gorgeous. So I had an old envelope that I turned into a flip out. I sealed the envelope and I just added the pictures to it. I took a few selfies of me getting ready that day. And then on the opposite page, actually that other flip out, there's a page in between those. So I'll fix that in just a moment. But because I take so many pictures, I had to do a lot of flip outs and then add extra pockets so that I can add all of those extra pictures that I have. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Still kind of getting over this sickness. I just have this lingering cough and this like itchy throat sometimes. So pardon me. Here's a group picture of all of us. We had so much fun that day. And there's my best friend. That is my best friend of 55 years. I love her so much. I love all of my cousins. This is my favorite cousin. I have a lot of favorite cousins. That's why we all get together several times a year. And so this was so much fun. We had brunch. We had drinks. We walked the premises. It was during Christmas time, so they had so many tourists. It was unbelievable. And we were there all day. So that right there is the center page, and then I have the flip out on the right-hand page. There is a picture of us at the dinner table or in the eating area, the dining area, embellished with more of that ruffle trim, lots of washi tape. This was an envelope that came in the mail, and then I just attached it with washi tape to create that flip out. And of course, we had to take a picture with Santa. So much fun. There is my bestie again on the left-hand side. I just love her. I miss her so much. And so it's always so much fun to be able to hang out with her, even if it's just for a day. And there is a selfie of me in the receiving area of the Mission Inn. I just love those floors, you guys. Absolutely amazing. Before we left the Mission Inn, I had my cousin insist that we go over to this cute little cupcake shop there at the Mission Inn. And so that's exactly what we did. We picked up some delicious cupcakes at the end of the day. And then we took a selfie while we were waiting in line. The line was really long. I'm telling you, there were thousands and thousands of people there to see the holiday display. Added more of the Heidi Swap pictures. The rest of the week I spent with the father of my children, and we were walking through the parking lot and saw this beautiful sunset, and I had to stop and take a picture. I also embellished with some odds and ends that I picked up from my tabletop. This tag, I've not used it before because when I embossed it, it came up a little bit blurry, but it's perfect for my journal. It reads, "Make today so good, yesterday gets jealous." It is one of my favorite stamp quotes, and I just love embossing it. I love the way that looks with the gold embossing. But a little bit blurry, but perfect for my personal journal. This is a label to my favorite wine, and I used it as a journaling card. And this photograph, these flowers were absolutely amazing. They look like plastic, but they're 100% real and just beautiful, so I had to photograph them. We went to our favorite burger joint. It's called Pop's Burger. I embellished with stickers, and then I also did a cutout of my bacon burger. The carbs don't count when you're on vacation. I used an envelope as a flip out pocket, and it was actually it contained the Christmas card that I mailed him, and he received it while I was there. They were going to throw out the envelope, and I'm like, "Give me that envelope. I'm going to use it in my journal." And then popped in the Pops specials into the pocket, added some palm tree. That was a cute sticker. It was a palm tree with Christmas lights around it, so how perfect. I go through my stash, and I go through the things like stickers and ephemera pieces that I think will coordinate well on my pages. And then this is now on my way back from LA. Added more stickers. Took a bathroom selfie because you just have to when you're in an airport. Because if you don't have a picture, then it didn't happen. And then added some travel stickers and some washi to that. On the next page, this is funny, you guys. So here is a junk mail envelope pocket, which I embellished with washi tape, and the inside has wrapping paper. That screenshot of the notifications is Tim Holtz liked one of the comments I left on one of his Instagram posts. So I took a screenshot and I printed it. I know, I was fangirling that day. And then I received a Christmas card from an amazing subby. Thank you so much for sending this to me. Thanks, Angie. And she handmade this Christmas card. And let me tell you what I did the moment that I received her card, because I loved it so much. Look at that window die or those French doors dies. I went online, Googled it, found it, and ordered it. And here is the die. Angie, you're an influencer. Look what I did. So I can make my own cards. And if you're interested in that, I will link it down below. But it's going to make a cute front for my little house envelope pockets and also for the fronts of cards just like hers. I took her envelope, hinged it with some washi tape, and embellished it with some stickers. We're now at Christmas Eve, which is hosted by my youngest daughter. And oh, she did such an amazing job as well. And she was preparing some cocktails for us, so I snapped a picture of her in her kitchen. This is an old Christmas tag. I've had this for a minute. It's from a couple years ago. But how cute is that little avocado Christmas tag? And if you don't want to glue things down, I can just attach them with a paper clip. She made this delicious salad. It had greens like kale, and she added apples, cranberries, feta cheese. That salad was absolutely amazing, and I talked about it and journaled on a recipe card. She also made these little, I don't know what they're called. She's made them before for Christmas. They are cranberry and I think it's brie cheese little pastry bites. I believe I ate half of those. They are so delicious. And then I used a CD pocket as a flip out. I've done this in the journals that I made for sale during Christmas time. I added a picture of me to the back of that CD pocket because that brooch I'm wearing was given to me by a very nice lady. And so I wanted to document that. And then on the other side, there is a family picture of us. I'm just missing one of my twin granddaughters. She had other commitments, but oh, we're going to have to do it all over again. And then here is a picture of me with my daughters again on Christmas Eve. And then the bottom is another picture of my daughter with her children, my grandkids, and then their dad. A vintage replica tag. I picked these up at another little antique boutique from Salt Lake a couple years ago. And I have a few of those in this journal. I just love the look of that. And then there is a junk mail envelope that I received, and I kept it because it has that beautiful Christmas cancellation stamp, and I just had to make a pocket out of it. It is gorgeous. Tucked in a collage tag and then a couple of journaling cards. I guess I'm not done journaling. I'll go back and document some more. Junk mail envelopes are perfect for making pockets out of. And it's even better as soon as you receive your junk mail, cut it open right then and there, cut it down to size and set it aside so that they're ready to be used in your journals. Here's a picture of me with my older grandkids, just missing one of my twin granddaughters. And you know I was going to use one of these cute little kitten tags that I picked up at Home Goods over the Christmas holiday. They are so stinking cute. Another vintage replica Christmas tag. And instead of gluing it down or stapling it, I just attach it with a paper clip. Here's a Christmas card that I received from my brother and his girlfriend. Just tuck that into a pocket that I made by folding up a 12 by 12 paper, creating a pocket. I kept the envelope the Christmas card came in, hinged it with some washi tape, left that side open to use as a pocket. I do have more pictures that I will be tucking into those pockets. This is an old journaling card that I made a few years ago. I took 3 old book pages, folded in half, did a stitch all around, stamped it, and then did some embossing sentiments. And now I can use the back for some journaling. Super easy way to repurpose book pages. But you want to make sure you either double or triple the pages so that they're a little sturdier. I also took screenshots of some of the nice reviews that my customers left on my Etsy shop, and I did several of those throughout the pages. Thank you so much, because I also know that my customers from Etsy are also part of my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support. There is a larger picture of our family on Christmas Eve. Again, my grandkids and me. Oh, this was fun. I took packaging tops. I'll show you kind of what they look like. And I just take the tops off and create a tag or a tab and embellish it and staple it to the edge of the paper. Super easy way to create tabs for your pages, especially the smaller packaging kind. This one happened to come from a little packaging, and it had a cello bag at the bottom. So I just took the little staples out from the top, embellished it again, and then stapled it onto my page. Super easy way to repurpose the tops of packaging. And then created a tuck spot with a Starbucks coffee sleeve, and it's just the front part of that coffee sleeve. Another little replica Santa tag, so stinking cute. And then tucked in another Christmas card that I received from my friend Lisa. Thank you so much, Lisa. She is in California. And so that was so nice of her to think of me during the Christmas season. Added a little quote about friendship to the very top. And then I had a few extra pictures from the Mission Inn, and so I added this one. It was so beautiful. I loved all the color, and that Christmas tree was lit, and it just shined. It was gorgeous. And then another picture of my daughter and granddaughter when we went shopping on Small Business Saturday. Added tons of heart stickers and then some thickers as well. And then repurposed the tag that came when I purchased my beanie and just stapled it to the very top. And now it's a tab. And then stapled another Christmas postcard that I received from one of my friends. And then I didn't want to completely glue it down, so I just took my little Tim Holtz tiny attacher and stapled it to the page. And now if I want to, I can do some journaling under that postcard. And then that other page has a pocket, which was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I folded up about 4 inches. And that is a little wooden tag that I received from one of my Christmas presents from my nephew, my nieces. That was so nice, and so I just glued it onto the page. Here is another Christmas card that I received from my good friend Carla, and many of you may know her on YouTube. She goes by Pinky Sugar Artsy. I'll link her channel down below, but she loves working with lace, and she created this by repurposing an index card. Thank you, Carla, for thinking of me during the holiday season. And then here is a little certificate that says that I made it to the nice list. I just added my name to that cute little certificate that came in an ephemera pack and just paper clipped it to the very top of that page. Here is another packaging topper that I repurposed to use as a tab. The best toppers are the ones that come with the cello bag underneath. All you have to do is remove the little staples to detach the topper, embellish it, and then staple or glue it to the edge of your pages. Super cute, super easy way to create tabs on your pages. So I've got tons that I save for that reason. More of the screenshots of the amazing reviews that you've left on my Etsy shop. Thank you again. I just can't thank you enough. And then more of that cute little ruffle trim. I took part of a Christmas envelope that was addressed to us and then just stapled it to the page to create a topper. And that is a selfie of Eddie and me. We were so sick, you guys, both of us, so sick from Christmas to New Year's. And there is a picture of what the sunset looked like on January 2nd outside the window from my loft area. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I used the second half of the Starbucks coffee sleeve because it said Merrier Together on the bottom. So you can use the front and the back to create tuck spots or just embellishments for your pages. On this day, both of us, as sick as we were, we had to make a run to Walgreens to pick up some medicine. We were so sick. I mean, it was terrible. Anyway, I documented that on this cute little journaling card. I added one of my little house envelope pockets. I'll link a video for you up above. It's an entire playlist on how to make these. I like to use them on the very first page of my journals, but I didn't leave enough room for it. So this is why it is now towards the end of my journal. They are so cute. I made so many of these during Christmas time, but I make them all year long. That video up above or down in the description area will show you all of the different ones that I've made throughout the years. I love that YouTube gives me a recap at the end of the year of how my channel performed. And I am just so grateful because I exceeded my 20,000 subscriber goal, and I made it to 21,050 subscribers at the end of the year. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. Thank you. And that is my top video. I'm going to link it up above so you can see what the top video was in 2024. You guys are awesome. You guys are just absolutely amazing. There is the second half of the envelope that I sewed into that second signature, embellished with some stickers. Oh, and according to Spotify, Purple Irises by Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton was my most played song on the Spotify app. And it was. I'm not complaining. I absolutely love that song. More screenshots of the Etsy reviews. Thank you. And then I did a flip out with a vellum envelope. Added some extra pictures. Just tuck them inside. I've got so many pictures. I printed 150 pictures, you guys. I really am considering getting a little, like a selfie brand printer for my desktop. Something where I can print little pictures, little ones. And so if you have any recommendations, let me know down below. And we're coming to the very last 2 pages. I just added some journaling cards, and then on the inside back cover, I took an envelope, created a pocket, embellished with stickers, added a group picture of my family. Eddie's missing because he wasn't here for Thanksgiving. Maybe I need to tuck in another one from Christmas. And then I took one of these Project Life cards that I had embossed last year and did some journaling on that. But I love how my journal turned out. I may go back and add some more journaling. There were some empty journaling cards that I need to fill. But the more I look through it, the more I keep adding to my journal. I absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this inspires you for you to create not just a holiday winter journal, but to journal all year long. If I missed anything, please let me know down below. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you for joining me as I flip through my personal journal. You guys are awesome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Bye.